they'll take. By access every single color value between one solid color and another, we just simply count by binary, accessing every single value with no overlap. If you actually want to learn about binary in general, make sure to look up a video on that. There's a bunch of better explanations. I just wanted to mention the details of why it's important to this. Now, let's talk about beacon binary, or whatever you want to call it. In order to simplify things, I've gone ahead and labeled things in units instead of percentages, and there are 16 units that constitute a full color. Obviously, these bottom two have the same influence, and for the rest of the way, it scales by multiplying by 2. This first one, we have 16 units of purple because it's all purple, and here we implement a single unit of red. Next, we swap it out for a double unit, one on the 2 layer, so it adds 2, so we have 14 purple, 2 red. Then we have both of them, 1 plus 2 equals 3, 3 red. Then we swap those both for 4. And then we get 5, which is 1 plus 4 equals 5 red. We keep scaling things up until we eventually get to the end here, where we have 15 red and 1 purple, and we can swap that last purple for a red to get us that final 16. In terms of total number of beacons, this equates to 16 beacons per color, and that just means that since I have a purple, red, orange, yellow, lime, cyan, blue gradient here, that's 7 times 16, so 7 times 16 beacons. There is one more little thing I'll mention too, and that's going to be about making a really weird decision. See that important bottom layer that I just spent a while talking about? What if I just homogenized it into a single chunk of white stained glass? You're going to see that our beacon gradient actually stays mostly intact. There's a couple things to say about this. Number one, why the hell would I even do this, which is very reasonable. And number two, why does it still work? I'll answer the second one first. The reason is because by wiping out the bottom layer, we've essentially just knocked out this original 1 unit thing, which kind of removes a bit of complexity, and now we're just working with normal binary again. This does come at the added consequence of having an extra solid color beam at the end of every single cycle, but we can just knock that out, and that reduces our total to 15 beacons per color, or 15 times 7 for this beacon gradient. There's also the thing of it undoubtedly getting a little bit lighter, although negligibly so. If we look, here's me switching between the two. It's mostly noticeable in the darker section of the blue, but still basically non-existent. So now on to the why. Why would I do this, and why would I show you that it's possible this way? Well, the reality is that we know there's basically no change, and if we know that there's a bunch of slop at the bottom here that we can just cut out to have a negligible loss, why don't we just cut out the extra complexity and roll with having a solid white base layer? This becomes especially handy if you're designing a gazillion automatic rainbow beacon machines, and you want to cut out that extra layer of complexity on the bottom by just knocking it out and swapping it with white stained glass. If we actually go to an operating version of this machine, we can see that we only need modules for the glass that we're switching, and if we don't have to switch the bottom one and we can just swap it with a base layer, that saves us a lot of effort. And if you were to make this hypothetical beacon machine run on binary systems, you definitely not want to have to deal with an entirely separate module that doesn't run on binary. But it doesn't really matter, cause that's all hypothetical. That video hasn't been made yet. But that doesn't mean that this video right here wasn't just an incredibly elaborate setup to both prepare you and to convince you to watch the next video on automated rainbow beacon displays. So, if you want to see me take all of that theory nonsense you just learned for no reason and turn it into something that's actual practice, make sure to subscribe and I'll hopefully see you there. One more detail before I head out. I've already actually made a video on beacon color theory, but that previous one was a total
When you make as many videos as we do, you need a lot of fast, reliable storage, and our main editing server, Wanik, has checked all of those boxes for years. It's a great little server. It's built out of high-quality components, and it even looks cool. But as our team has grown, we've reached the point where even a minute, one single minute of downtime costs over $50. And that's just in payroll. Now, practically speaking, the way to mitigate that is by adding redundancy. Now, our drives are already redundant. We've got 20 drives in there with data striping. But the problem is they all sit in one single server. And I'm sure you can see where this is going. It's been over a year in the making, but it's finally here, Wanik's final form, and I'm calling it Wanik 10. Because it's the last Wanik ever.
High availability Wanik!
Wanik
I told
10!
you this like 10 times!
Nobody even knows what high availability means.
It means it's Linus proof. Just go ahead, huh?
Hey, well, pretty football, bro. I'm hiding.
Plug one. Do it. Go for it. Okay, I should probably tell you the stakes before you do that. Each of these two Grand Twin boxes has 4 entire servers inside this whole thing. And they're set up with Weka, a redundant NVMe first file system. In this config, it should sustain 2 entire servers dropping out without anyone even noticing. Except that we moved the entire team onto it last night without telling anyone, and it's the middle of the workday with a ton of high priority videos in progress. Do you really want to test it right now? I haven't tried that.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
I mean, a lot.
A huge part of a project like this is the software, the stuff that's going to handle distributing all of our 100-ish terabytes of video projects, Word documents, and Linux ISOs to the multiple machines that we just showed you. But we can't install any software until we have some hardware. So why don't we start there? Meet the Supermicro Grand Twin A+ server AS-2115GT-HNTR. Despite its ordinary-looking appearance and unexciting-sounding name, it is anything but ordinary, and it is very exciting because inside this 2U is 4 independent computers. But for what we're doing,
Good, thank you. Hasn't been too long since I've seen you.
4 nodes? Please, we want 8. Inside each of these is a completely independent motherboard, 384 gigs of memory, an AMD EPYC Genoa processor with 64 cores, dual M.2 slots for redundant boot drives, 6 PCIe Gen 5 2.5-inch NVMe slots up front, and we've got I/O in the rear. Now, this bit here could be a little confusing at first glance, but that is because not only do we have USB, but we have 2 full Gen 5x16 PCIe connections back here, along with display output and power for the entire server. This whole thing slides into the chassis, which holds a really cool modular backplane assembly that we'll take a look at in a minute, and then passes through, thank you, Jake, to the back of the server where you've got a management port, a single USB port for each server.
Nope, it's 2, and they're shared.
What the I was about to ask, because we've also got a single VGA
You see the button?
for 2 servers there. No way, this button toggles?
Yeah.
And, okay, before we talk about that a little bit more, look at these power supplies. Each of these is 2,200 watts, 80 plus titanium, which sounds like a lot, but when you're potentially handling 4 400 watt EPYC Genoa CPUs, along with a bunch of RAM, up to 24 NVMe drives, and 8 network cards, well, it seems downright reasonable, doesn't it? Is it 24 drives? Can't be.
Yeah.
6 times 4, yes, 6 times 4 is 24. And of course, that's just one of them. We've got 2 of those, and that means that in the event that one of these dies, the system should be able to continue to operate uninterrupted, which is a big part of the high availability goal that we have for this deployment. Speaking of high availability, let's move on to our network cards. Each of those PCIe Gen 5 by 16 slots I showed you guys before terminates in one of these OCP 3.0 small form factor mezzanine slots. And what we're putting in them is these ConnectX 6 200 gigabit cards from Mellanox, excuse me, from NVIDIA that, okay, these are the older Gen 4 ones, so they're going to be limited by the slot speed of around 250 gigabit per second. But if we had newer cards, that means that each of these nodes could do 200 up to 800 gigabit, which would of course be a complete waste for us, A, because our workload can't take advantage of it, and B, because our switch is only 100 gigabit. Sorry.
Of course, the 2 ports are still helpful. We do have redundant switches, except there's kind of a problem here. That's still a single point of failure. In a perfect world, we would have 2 single port NICs. So if a NIC were to die, it would still be okay. But because we have so many nodes, we're not really worried about an individual boot drive and it die or one NIC and it die. We still have an extra backup.
How many 9s do you want?
I mean, I don't know, like 1 would be good. 9%?
Which, jokes aside, is a really good point. If we were architecting this properly, there are so many more considerations that we would need to make. Like the power coming into the rack would have to come from 2 independent backed up sources. The connectivity to our clients would have to be redundant as well. The connectivity between all of the systems would have to be architected in such a way that no matter what fails, everything will stay up. And realistically for us, we're not going to get that deep into it because our goal is better than we had before, which was a single machine with its own built-in redundancies, but other than that, nothing. Now at least we should be able to lose a full machine out of these 8,
We can restart one of our core switches, totally fine.
2 machines out of these 8, and we can along.
I mean, limping is a bit of a stretch. It's going to be very fast.
Now normally if you buy a Supermicro machine, they're going to pre-build it for you, they're going to validate it for you. You can even have them pre-build an entire rack or racks of these things and then validate your application on it before a whole video that we did about that was sponsored by Supermicro a little while back. Of course, this is LTT, my friends, so we will be assembling this one ourselves. You like that spin of the screwdriver above the server? Don't worry, I won't miss. I'll never miss. See, I could do this 100 times and I would never miss. Why? Oh, no, it's fine, it's good.
It's okay, we have 7 more.
Anywho, for our CPU, we've gone with an EPYC Genoa 9534. This is a 64-core, 128-thread monster of a CPU. It'll do 3.7 gigahertz max boost. It has a 1/4 gigabyte of level 3 cache, a 300-watt TDP. It supports DDR5 memory, up to 12 channels. And it supports a whopping 128 lanes of PCIe Gen 5. Originally, we were intending to go with 32-core chips, but they were out of stock, so
Free upgrade.
lucky us. Compared to previous generation AMD EPYC CPUs, Genoa is a big step up in terms of I/O performance, which makes it perfect for this application. And in the long term, I mean, if we've got all the extra CPU cores and a whole bunch of RAM anyway, why run Weka on the bare metal when we could install Proxmox and then use the other cores for, I don't know, high availability Plex server. No,
Yeah,
or
Linux ISOs.
more realistically, it would be something like Active Directory.
Yeah, which we don't really want to do right now, because if you run Active Directory on one server and it goes down, you're going to have a really, really bad time.
But if you run it on a bunch of servers.
Yeah, it's good, great.
So normally, server CPU coolers would come with their own thermal paste pre-applied. But since we're doing this ourselves, and if you look carefully, it's not the first time that it's been installed, we are going to be using, okay, thank you for that, a piece of Honeywell PTM 7950. This stuff is freaking awesome. It has great thermal transfer properties, and it can handle varying temperatures. Like seriously, I don't remember
Well,
how many
not even
cycles
just
it is.
varying, but like a lot of
Huge cycles for a very, very long time. Now available, lttstore.com. Is that big enough? Does that cover all of the CCDs and CCXs and CC whatever?
Oh, there's a second piece of plastic. Am I stupid? Is there a second piece of plastic? No, there isn't.
Should I go put one in the fridge?
No, it's totally fine. I've done this like a bunch of times. Yeah. Oh, she's mint. Look at that. See?
Easy.
I would recommend putting it in the fridge before you use it. All right. To ensure we're making the absolute most of our CPU, especially in this high throughput storage workload, we're going to be populating all 12 of our memory channels with 32 gig DIMMs of DDR5 ECC running at 4,800 megatransfers per second. That's a total of
384.
about 3 terabytes of memory.
What?
Across all 8.
Oh.
Each of the cables Jake's removing right now is a PCIe by 8 cable that feeds 2 of the drive bays in the front, but the reason he's taking them out is so that we can install our boot drives. These are consumer grade. Each system is getting 2 Sabrent 512 gig Gen 3 rocket drives, and it's not because they're particularly special in any meaningful way. They're not even that fast by modern standards, but what they are is, from our experience, reliable enough, and they're fast enough for what we're going to be doing, which is just booting our operating system off of them. Movie Magic, all of the other nodes are already built, so...
What do you mean movie magic? Supermicro built them.
Oh, I thought you built them.
Supermicro built them for you. I took it apart.
Okay, fine.
I took that one apart.
No secrets left anymore.
Yep.
No intrigue, no mystery.
You know what is still mysterious is inside of here. I've actually never opened this before.
Oh, okay, let's have a look. Woo!
Holy.
Oh, that's the power supplies.
Yeah, this is so cool. So the whole computer is cooled by 4 fans.
No way.
There's the 2 power supply fans, and then these fans in their, what do they call this? Like I/O module, I think is what they call it.
Look at the blades on this
You're-
thing.
you're-
Counter-rotating.
You're serious? That's what you're looking at? Not this? The most delicate of spaghetti?
Oh my God, there's not even connectors.
No.
Every one of these wires is soldered directly to the back of the OCP 3.0. What?
Yeah.
For storage, we're installing 2 of Kioxia's speedy CD6 Gen 4 NVMe drives in each node. So we've got one that is 7 terabytes and another one that is 15 terabytes. They're kind of placeholders for now, and in the long term, we're going to switch to something in the neighborhood of about 4 15 terabyte drives per node. But the drives we want to use are currently occupied by, oh, that project. By a top secret pastry related project, so that's going to have to wait. The good news is that when those drives become available, Weka supports live upgrading and downgrading, so we can just pull these drives, swap into new ones, pull, swap, pull, swap, pull, swap, as long as we don't do it all at once. Are we ready to fire these things up? Okay, there's a lot going on here. What is that? Is that a switch?
Yeah. Hey, look, you can see the button now.
Oh, that's cool. Boop, 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 boop. What you're hearing so far is just the NVIDIA SN3700 32-port 200 gig switch.
Oh my God, it even says Mellanox on the front.
I know. Maybe it's an old review sample demo unit
we
or
got
something.
it with the $1 million PC, and I'm pretty sure that that was already NVIDIA at that point. Can you hear that? You hear it getting louder?
Yeah. Whoa!
Well, that one's just excited to see. This is the Weka dashboard. Maybe if I go over here, cluster servers, we can see all of our servers. We have 2 drives per, and then cores. This is a very interesting part of how Weka works. It's not like TrueNAS, let's say, where it just uses the whole CPU for whatever you're trying to do. They dedicate and fence off specific cores for specific tasks. For instance, each drive gets a core. So we've got 2 drive containers, that means 2 cores.
A full core per drive.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. You also have compute cores, which do like the parity calculation, any inter-cluster communication. And then there's front end, which you don't necessarily always have. Front end cores manage connecting to a file system. So if you just had drives and compute, you wouldn't be able to access the files on this machine. So you would have your back end servers, right? Those would run drives and compute, which is the cluster. And then on your like GPU box, you would run just the front end. And that would allow the GPU box to connect to the back end cluster servers.
Oh,
But
I see.
the back end cluster servers don't need to run a front end unless you want to be able to access the files on that machine or from that machine, which we want to.
Right,
Because we're
because-
using SMB,
We're using it as a
a file server.
stupid NAS for our stupid Windows machines.
Yeah, you can also have a dedicated front end machine.
Yes.
So if you had like 100 back end
But
servers,
then that's adding a single point of failure, which is what we're trying to avoid.
you could have multiple of them.
Okay. They thought of that.
Yeah. I set it up so every single machine in the cluster, all 8 of them, are part of our SMB cluster, which
Okay.
means
It cannot go down.
Yeah.
Realistically, there are a ton of other file systems out there that you could use for something like this. TrueNAS has their scale out set up for clustered Z. BFS, which only requires 3 nodes and is something we'd be quite interested in trying out. Or if you're looking for object storage, there's a million options, but the main open source one, MinIO, requires only 4 nodes. Though when we saw how nuts Weka was when we set up the $1 million server cluster, I mean, we had to try it out for ourselves. And try it out we did.
so this is each node. Holy fucking shit. Look, okay, the crazy thing is look at the read latency.
Now guys, look, hold on.
That's 70 gigabytes a second.
We've seen numbers like this before, but we're talking with, in some cases, double the number of drives and
no file system.
without a file system.
Like raw to each drive. This is
with a file system.
with a file system over a network, and we're like usually with a Weka setup like this, you'd probably use 200.
Well, yeah,
gigs.
because oh my God, we didn't know, because we didn't even have networking as a factor last time. All the drives were in one box.
I know, this is networking too. And the crazy part is we're not using RDMA. This is like some fancy, what's it called? DPDK, I think is the library.
This is wild.
Yeah, look at that. So
Read latency, 131 microseconds.
that's 4 million read IOPS with a latency of 1 millisecond.
Are we able to keep using WekaFS? Like,
This is a trial. The software is quite expensive.
this
This is like, it is unreal. It's way more than we could possibly ever need.
But it's cool.
It's so cool.
Don't they support tiering and everything?
Oh yeah, here, I'll show you actually what that looks like. This is on Mother Vault, which I think right now has 400 TB left.
Okay.
So let's say max capacity is 400 terabytes. Now, once we run out of the 100 terabytes of SSD capacity, which you can see here,
It'll
tier. I mean, it automatically tiers anyways, and you do need to make sure that your object store is at least the same size as
Yeah.
the flash or bigger, because they're gonna automatically tier everything to it.
That makes sense.
So in theory, we manually copy everything from Vault
One time.
to Weka one time because it stores in like 64 megabyte chunks.
And then it just stays there forever.
Stays there forever. And then we just have one network share, and when something needs to get vaulted, you just move it
Just
from like,
allow it to decay.
yeah, you would probably move it from pending projects to like done or something like that. We make a folder for done.
Yeah, sure.
And then it will just do it automatically. Or if it's a video that like somebody was working on and then, you know, it's been on hold for 3 months and we shot, you know,
It'll
half a
decay.
terabyte of footage, it will just
And
go
then when
away.
we're ready to work on it, it'll promote it back up.
Holy sh**, we could net boot off of this.
Follow-up video.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's so
So
fast.
fast.
You literally could not, we couldn't saturate this.
Now, a lot of you at this point must be thinking, gosh, mister, that's an awful lot of computers for high availability. Couldn't you do this with 2? And you're not that far off. The old school high availability NetApp storage appliances, like that one we looked at recently, did have just 2 machines. But those were both connected to the same storage drives. If each system has its own drives, when things can get out of sync, like let's say if one machine has downtime, you can run into a situation where each system believes with all the conviction in its heart that it has the correct data. And then if all you have is 2, how will they decide who's right? This is typically referred to as split brain. And that's why the majority of high availability systems have a bare minimum 3 servers. This allows the third system to be a tiebreaker of sorts in the case of a disagreement. Now in our case, Weka, that stupid ultra-fast file system that we're using, which unlike anything that we've used before, has been built specifically for NVMe drives, not hard drives. Well, it requires a minimum of 6 nodes with a recommendation of 8. But running Weka can still be an advantage. Video editing with Adobe Premiere, like we use, is very latency sensitive. And even a small delay when going to access a clip can be enough to make the software crash. So any improvement there is huge. Not to mention that a pair of these Grand Twins spec'd out to the max with 128-core EPYC Vertical CPUs would get you just 4 rack units with 1,000 CPU cores, actually a little more, 24 terabytes of DDR5, and up to 3 petabytes of NVMe storage. I mean, that makes our setup seem downright reasonable.
Out of tab windows, that's about 30% increase center port for
Now, the average Weka customers are gonna be a little more demanding than us. Visual effects studios, AI developers, genomics labs, all the folks out there that need stupid fast, low latency storage. And Weka showed us screenshots of clusters that were reading in excess of 1 terabyte per second consistently. Obviously, that was a bigger cluster, but it shows you what can be achieved with this kind of hardware running on, I mean, what used to be the crappier option, software RAID. Man, I feel bad even calling it that these days.
I had a interesting idea with the Supermicro folks. So you know how we have like 2 petabytes of 13 years worth of footage?
Thousands and thousands of hours of footage, thousands.
It's really cool that we have it, but it's really hard to use unless you just happen to know what video the thing you were looking for is in. Well, what if you could just like search for something? Linus Sebastian. I want every clip with Linus Sebastian in it. Wow, bam, look at that.
Shut up.
And let's say, you know, there's this one. That's detected that it's you throughout the entire clip. Yeah, you're in a chair.
So you could search for clips of Linus sitting down with a keyboard.
Yeah,
Like, we're gonna be able to actually find stuff.
yeah. Right now there is a finite amount of objects that are trained. I mean,
Chihuahua.
let me scroll through this. It's a lot. Eventually you'll be able to train it and tell it, hey, this is what a computer fan looks like, or this is what an SSD looks like.
Oh my God, that is so cool. So wait, is this running on these extra CPU cores?
Okay, no, not right now. Faces and logos are running on CPU. Objects, OCR, and scenes run on CPU. But they're not running on any of those machines. They're running on a GPU workstation that Supermicro sent that's sitting at my desk. It was heavy. Anyways, what is happening on that new server is proxies. Because if we were to analyze the original clips,
brutal.
Formatting is a huge problem. When you go into an AI model, it might not necessarily support the codec that you're filling in. Sure. But also, clips are like hundreds of megabytes a second, potentially. That would take forever. So instead, it generates proxies.
It's fine.
Because you know how people like with nicknames sometimes? Like I've had people say, no, I don't like what do you think of
I don't mind.
Being nosy. Is that what you think then?
Yeah. Built in the wrong
What, sorry?
RAID farm.
What is it?
Yeah, it's really.
So, yeah, they've got like a high rise type thing, or not really?
Sort of.
Why are you doing that so quick?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting to see. You love computers, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see. So is that something you want to go into then? Later
Yeah.
on? Yeah. Do you
Right.
know what? Like computers are always going to be out there, so it's a good field to be in.
Yeah.
Something you enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm being nosy. Don't mind me asking, who's that?
No, that's some YouTubers.
Friends? No.
Yeah.
And obviously that's you.
Yeah.
Can they see you?
No, that's just a video they.
They're just a video link.
Yeah.
They're not. Are they actual people or not people?
They're real people, but
Okay.
this is it's a pre-recorded video they made.
Awesome. That's good. I'm just gonna get a drink. Good to see though.
Yeah.
You do it so quick. Doesn't it? People really quick doing that.
Yeah, no. You've been living and breathing Minecraft for his whole life.
Well, let's say Chelsea did it at one point. No, she loved it.
Yeah.
Proxies of everything first, which we're dumping to that new server.
And then we can take advantage of the lightning fast storage.
Yeah.
You can
plus
see we have 2.6
the
terabytes.
massive compute, and we can basically create like a proxy map of what everything is in the main archive.
Right.
That is so cool.
So far, I've generated 2.6 terabytes of proxies, which might not sound like a lot, but they're only 5 megabits. So it's actually like a lot.
This is gonna be a flippin' game changer. News, sports.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you imagine your CNN? You want that person wearing a red tie?
yeah.
But right now we've done 25,000, so 2.6 terabytes is 25,000 proxies.
Okay, well, let's try and find something.
Oh, hold on. Once you've generated a proxy, you have to then analyze it, right?
So the analysis is not done.
No, not even close. I've analyzed 22 clips.
Okay, everything with Elijah.
Elijah. And this is the every clip that Elijah's in. And you can even
God, this
see,
is so cool.
this is the actual MAM, as they call it, Media Asset Manager.
Yeah.
The Axel AI guys built this before it was like AI, as far as I'm aware. Back when you would have had to make comments like this manually. Now it's just AI. All of the data is in here now. And we can see here's Adam and Elijah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Here's all the different objects.
Chair, flower pot, microphone.
Oh, let me show you the scene understanding thing, because that is so cool. This is like brand new thing. They barely even worked it in. But it basically takes a snapshot
Oh my
every few
God.
seconds.
Two men are working on a project in a room. There is a speaker, stereo equipment, there's a faucet, there's a tripod.
There's the tripod.
Some of these are a little less accurate. Two men are working on a robot in a room.
It kind of looks like a robot, you know?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Two men are in a workshop looking at a laptop computer, looking at a machine.
There is person Alex Clark. So this is just running right now in real time, like more stuff is being processed.
Hey,
as
see
we
right
sit
here? Processing logos.
19 There it is.
Processing logos and faces. It's gonna take
It's gonna be
a while.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever.
They're still working on making it function on multiple GPUs. So once we can get it running on like 4 GPUs, say one GPU is doing face detection, one's doing scene analysis, one's doing object detection, or faster. But right now it's just one GPU.
Got it.
But this is so cool.
All that's left is to deploy it.
Linus had to run away to do some other stuff, so I've hired some backup cavalry. Sean, our infrastructure administrator, except we've run into a bit of a problem. Linus and me, in our infinite wisdom, while we were making this rack so much better, ran a bunch of cables right where we need to put the server. Do we just start unplugging?
No.
Yeah. How are we even gonna do this? We have to like part the seas.
Exactly.
I started to try to move some of the cables out of the way, but they're all twisted together. So hopefully the LTT cable management thing, which you can finally get at lttstore.com, will save us. Beautiful. Cable managed. We can slide a server in there now. I hope.
In?
Yeah, it's on. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, you're good. Just go. That wasn't so bad.
Like it's made for it.
Next. Hey! We're in! Now we just have to run 1 million cables.
Uh-oh.
Do you
Let's
notice
see.
anything different?
Well, it's loud.
Most of that's actually just the vent is on. One of the air conditioners is broken. Again? But do you notice anything different?
I mean, the sticker's here.
That sticker's been there for years. Seriously, you haven't noticed anything else?
Well, you guys screwed something onto the... Oh, did you put Sonopan behind it?
I know.
Yeah.
But I thought this is supposed to be a vented door.
My original plan was to get...
That is true.
Get rid of the vent.
But that vent was there as a backup. In case the HVAC ever
It still works,
So that fan is the exhaust, and that's the
You
intake.
see all the gaps?
Oh my
There's
god.
gaps, but do you notice the sound difference?
Yeah, that's a big difference.
It's huge.
But that server's so loud, we basically ended up where we started.
Yeah, but that's okay. I was just trying to normalize. I just mean I didn't make it worse. It's not that...
Okay.
Yeah. Woo! Cute, right?
God, that's a lot of metal.
If all goes to plan, we could get rid of this and just have these. So no more additional rack taken up, which is nice. it should sustain 2 entire servers dropping out without anyone even noticing. Do you really want to test it right now? I haven't tried that.
All right, here we go. What could go wrong? Ah!
I mean, a lot. The fact that the fans just like turned down a bit is a little scary.
Let's go see if anyone noticed. Oh, hi, Mark. I'm holding your file server. How's your edit going? What, is it working? Hey, Emily, how's your edit going? I'm holding your server. Is it working? Are you sure? Awesome. How's your edit going? This is your server right here. Look, feel it. It's still warm. Wow. Yeah, it's still warm. Well, how's it working? You are? Yeah. We're gonna pull another one.
Oh wait, no, Linus, you forgot one.
Yeah, here. Here's another one of your servers. Is it working?
For reference, you're not supposed to do this. You should power off the system first. But we're just trying to simulate it failing.
Yeah, a terrible, catastrophic failure. I can't believe how smoothly it handled that.
See all the lights? They never stopped blinking. Big thanks to Supermicro for these awesome servers. Thanks to Weka for making this crazy software. Thanks to Axel.ai for the awesome AI detection. If you like this video, maybe check out the video series of us building our nearly 3 petabytes of archival storage, which we call the Mother Vault. That thing is awesome, and we showed it to you.
The year is 2024, but here we are once again playing Skyrim. This time we're experiencing the end of the world. Say hello to the zombie apocalypse, as I've mounted over 1,000 mods to the game to simulate a true survival horror apocalypse and get an undead outbreak sweeping through the lands. This of course massively increases the difficulty of the base game. This means that instead of easily defeating level 1 bandits, I will instead rapidly learn the true meaning of hubris, which would be a first for a person like myself. After all, we've never lost a war! To make matters worse, all of the game's exploits have been fixed and the world will only get more uninhabitable before the end. It is impossible for me to win, so my goal is to see if I can survive just 7 days. Our hero today is the wonderful Sir Digby. He is a Breton wizard with ears that increase in size every time someone likes this video. So do you think the lovely Digby can survive in this nightmare for 7 days? Go into the comment section and let me know. Let's dive on in. We begin on day 0 before the outbreak has started, where our beloved hero has arrived at the Windhelm docks. All we have is a little bit of food, a few coins, and a giant spear. We're not exactly equipped to survive a Swindon nightclub, let alone the end of the world. We enter the city and get an earful of local North racism, and I discover that I can't afford to sleep at the tavern because I'm so poor, so instead I just squat inside a stranger's house. What a lovely way to start the apocalypse. We wake up on the first day and the apocalypse has begun. It will start slow with minor patrols of undead and maybe the occasional attack on small villages, but by the end of the week, cities will be under siege. To prepare for this eventuality, I wanted to pick up the Mage Stone near Riverwood, so that meant I legged it onto a carriage and spent almost all of our gold to travel to Whiterun. The risk we face is mostly level 1 movement bandits, but in this mod pack, they can be deadly. Made my way over, but the weather is still so much better. It's a little bit chilly. That's okay though. But my current first plan is very simple. I need to make my way over to the Stones of Power. They should be able to give me a nice upgrade. And I also think Riverwood is quite a safe area. Generally level 1 bandits nearby. Oh my god, that's a bloody saber cat! Run! That thing could one-hit me. Why is there a saber cat here? Oh my goodness. Volt, get over the fence. Get over the fence. Run! There is a saber cat. It has 310 health. Okay, thankfully it's distracted on the carriage, which it can't do anything against, so yeah, we're just leaving. At least I know my magic works, but still, hardly any damage done to that thing, and I don't want to be around when it comes back. So over to the little village we go. I want to get those stones from the ground, they can be very useful indeed. Now I'm able to see that with the Draugr of the beginning, that they've begun to attack small settlements, which means the settlement I'm headed towards will most likely be under attack by the time I get there. Here's the little town. Doesn't look like there's any undead around. Let's go find myself those stones of power. Not too far away, and after that we're going to clear up some bandits. And trust me, the sooner we can deal with the bandits, the better. The village is looking safe. It doesn't have any guards, but it is peaceful. Yeah, there's a I can see. Oh my goodness, there's 3 of them. Okay, that's actually quite a lot. Right, cast my lightning. Oh, there's one on me. Run! Jump! Good dodge, good dodge. Right, let's pull out my spear. I can do this. I might not be the best. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. Stab him! Stab him! Oh, we did it. Okay.
Pretty much just going all around today, which is a good
You're not getting me. I refuse to die. Sir Digby has too much to live for. Oh my, jump, Mr. Lightning is actually pretty powerful. It appears to bounce from wolf to wolf. Okay, this lightning makes more sense now. Actually, not the weakest tool in the shed. Here we go, the standing stone is perfect. I want to pick up the Mage Stone. This is a good idea. We're back. We now have the Mage Stone Blessing, which in base Skyrim just means you train magic faster. In this version, what do we get? 50% increased magic, and our spells can be cast for 10% less. That's much better. Unfortunately, in this rainy weather, we have a weakness to shock. Oh, wait, that's also going to be affecting all of the enemies we fight. That's why my lightning was so effective on the wolves. Oh my goodness, in rainy weather, the Lightning King reigns supreme. Oh, this is good. Okay, suddenly I don't feel so scared about Embershard Mine. There's 1 bandit up here, but I mean, 1 bandit against me? It doesn't feel good to kill humans in the zombie apocalypse, but you know, some of us need to survive. Bandit Berserker. Okay, 75 life is quite a lot, but my lightning is even better. Yes, now that's more like it. Reinforced fur armor, that's much better than my current stuff. Some maces that I could probably sell. Okay, right, we'll grab all of these. Yes, my armor is now massively improved, and we're looking slightly better. More resistant to the elements in the very least. Okay, let's make our way back to the village. Where's everyone in this village? Don't like how quiet it is. Okay, we've still got someone. Hello, Land of Green. Not all bad. Okay, I just got my first level up off though. That's actually really good. Although my health is unfortunately not looking too great. Oh, I need to level up first before I get my perk. I forget, in order to level up, I actually need to sleep. Let's see if the inn wants to do some business. I will say, it's quite nice that on our first day, we didn't run into a single undead. Okay, fantastic. Renting a room here only costs 10 gold for the night. So, we'll do that. There's nothing else really going on at the moment, and there's a storm raging outside, so let's have a sleep. And we'll rest up until tomorrow. All in all, I'd say a successful first day in the world. Not too much going on, but I want to get an earlier start, so we're going to wake up at about 5 a.m. Oh, and yes, I need to level up. Let's grab some more stamina, as that's our weakest stat, and sink a perk into Conjuration. Ah, splendid. Nice and early in the morning, but the early bird catches the worm. Now, my food supply is getting relatively low, but this bread loaf should do nicely. There we go. Right, out into Skyrim we go. Once again, I just need to survive. I don't exactly need to fight the undead invasion. I mean, they're going to win eventually, right? So yes, I think this day I'm going to make my way to a very simple bandit camp that I know is nearby. Right, up the hill we go. The air is very cold here, but if it's cold for me, it's cold for the bandits. Right, let's summon myself a lovely little wolf. Hello, you. There we go. Bandit champion. Jeez, you've got a lot of health, friend. Unfortunately, I think I should be able to still defeat you. Yes, there we go. My wolfie is onto you, and you would rather attack him than me. Blended. Right. Zappy time. We did it. Great. Quick, now's the time. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's a dodge. Run away. Run away. Okay, my wolf is on the archers. All I have to do is keep this one bandit busy. Whoa. No. Oh, my goodness. Run, 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 run. Okay, you are bad. But Wolfie is here. Right, there we go. You attack from the front. I've got the back. Zap, 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 zap. We did it. Oh, my goodness. Right, we can steal a lot of this equipment. That's going to be useful. A lot of this can be sold for good money. Let's make our way up here. Just a bunch of rotten food, unfortunately. I think to actually help me survive. The chest up here is still a chest. Some money and some potions. I can claim Bleak Falls Tower. No, I can claim it for the Falkreath Hole. If I'm lucky, I think that means some guards will spawn here in the next few days to defend the place. Which way is the way to Helgen? Which way is the way to Helgen? Let me bring up my map. Oh wait, yes, my map doesn't actually tell me where I am or where anything is. It's like a real map. I'm so used to the Skyrim cheat map. Oh, here we go, a sign. Just Helgen this way. Okay, I'm guessing it's the more well-trodden path. That's okay, I've made my way to Helgen. A lovely safe spot. It's always good seeing Imperial walls. But still, the weather has gone quite mental indeed. So let's try and find someone who's willing to buy my gubbins. Okay, I think I found an Argonian who's willing to buy anything. So, hello. What have you got for sale? Okay, you've got a little bit of everything. Jeez, that's a lot of nonsense. Oh, but all the clothes are not easy. I should hopefully make this a little bit of cash. Okay, 272 gold. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on spending any money until I get back to Brotherhood. Weather's getting bad, so it's back down we go to the town. Is there something wrong with Whiterun? I swear I just saw weird clouds going over it. Oh, okay, there is something wrong with Whiterun. The champions are out here fighting something. What is this? Oh, it's a Draugr. Okay, it's level 1. We've actually dealt with him pretty easily. Okay, this is our first foray with the undead. Not too challenging, just a couple of boys easily defeated. Draugr invading large cities and droves. What? That just popped up. No. Okay, into Whiterun we go. This could be bad. This could be very bad. And these folks seem okay. Potentially the insides are safe. Okay, there's running. There's undead. There's undead somewhere. Quick, let me conjure my wolf. Where are we seeing them? Okay, there's a couple up there. They're dealt with easily. Good job. Okay, there's a Draugr. Whoa, good job. That guard got him. I can zap you. No. You ain't winning this time. Yeah, I think that's a success, though. Oh, jeez, there's undead in front of me. Okay, run back. Whoa. Okay, up, go. I think one of them was high level as well. Yeah, there's a level 6. That's very bad. Okay, Whiterun does not seem safe at all with the undead buggering around. So I'm going to try and hire my way out of here. Falkreath might be a good idea. Yeah, if anything, we should hopefully have a good standing with them. We liberated a tower. Okay, Falkreath looking pretty okay. What was that noise? I just heard a shout. There's some running. There's some running going on. There's the undead in the middle of town. Oh my goodness, they are murdering people. Oh my gosh! I can't fast travel out of this. Run. Can the guards even handle this? How many undead are there? Quick, let me get my spear out. Okay, I can assist this guard. No, I can't. Can I even do anything? This is gonna be chaos. Quick, run around the back. Okay, if we can just work on the edges. Let me get my wolf up. He can assist in the very least. Oh my goodness. Good job, guard. Right, quick bit of lightning in the middle of that. Some chain lightning should do good. Oh dear, I don't want to grab their aggro. Okay, you're just level 1. I can deal with you. There we go, you're dead. Come on, we can try and hold this. How many guards are even left? There's one behind you. Sir, watch out, sir. There's multiple behind you. There's a bloody frost atronach. Oh my god. I think there are no guards left. Where are the guards? Where are the guards? Run. Okay, we can't deal with this. Falkreath is lost. Are there any guards remaining? Okay, we can get onto the hillside above the town. Oh my god. Falkreath is much larger than it used to be. There's, that's where the palace is actually located. But look at the center of the town. This isn't an apocalypse. This is a bloody massacre. The town is just dead. What can I even do? There's nothing I can do to assist here. Every living being, all of the guards defeated. You can still see one human running around there. Another stood up. There's nothing we can do for these people. Oh my goodness, there's a level. Oh my, there's a Draugr right on me. Quick, summon. There's a level. What? There was a level 20 Draugr Scourge over there. Run. Why are they all on me? Run. Oh my lord. And quick, off the hill we go. We need a horse and we need to bolt it. Pony friend, I think it's for the best that we are out of here. I'm not too sure what the best way out is, but you are fast and I am going to be furious. Where am I on the map? I have no idea. There's a mill off in the northern direction, and I guess north is this way-ish. Oh gosh, I hope I'm going in the right direction. I have no idea. But any way away from civilized areas is probably for the best. There's the mill with vampires living in it, but honestly, I think it's okay. I mean, the vampires are quite likely to keep us covered. There's Draugr in front of me. There's a straight up roving band of Draugr. Run, flank. Oh my goodness, look at how many there are. Run, horsey, run. Run, we gotta get around them. We have to get around. Oh my god. Oh, one arrow. That's almost all my health gone. Run. Oh my god, that was so many of them. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, yeah, the mill is definitely safe for the moment. Oh no, what did her just say? Oh no, that probably means combat. Right, I'm gonna quickly build myself a campsite, just in a, relatively discreet location. Yeah, this place seems good. This way I can actually rest up and, oh my, okay, yeah, I was right. The Draugr are attacking. Luckily for me, vampires, slightly more resistant, I think. At least I really hope so. I don't know what her life is looking like, but, okay, no, she's running away. That's not a good sign. Ooh, there's an arrow just went past my head. Have I got any health potions? Yes, I do. Quick chug. Beans, quick. Wolf, can you get any attacks off before you just get murdered? Yes, he's gone for the archer at the back. That's actually really good. At the very least, I can use him to break contact, but I don't want to lose my campsite. I can't pick up my campsite in the middle of combat. Okay, one Draugr dead. There's another one here. Right, I've got you. Wolfie got the other. The wolf is still alive. Where's Vampire Friend? Oh, dear, Vampire Friend's dead. Okay, they're over there fighting a rabbit. This is good sign. There's not exactly a high priority target. Okay, there's 2 of them left. Okay, we might do this. Okay, quick. No. You do not get to have a swing on me. Luckily, lightning is effective. Oh, good job, Sir Digby. Who knew being a wizard in the zombie apocalypse might be useful? Alright, well, I don't have much choice. I'm gonna just have a quick tactical nap for 1 hour, and in that time I get to level up. So let's quickly sink some points into magic. Oh, I get to level up twice. Okay, I guess extra points into stamina. And again, health? Okay. Cool, we get some improvements. Let's grab summon creatures last 50% longer. Eventually we can get Armor of Shadows so that our summoned creatures are harder to kill and have magic resistance. As the sun rises on day 3, I reflected on the prior day's events. The attack on Whiterun and the collapse of Falkreath. It was utter living chaos. It also reminded me of Americans buying TVs on Black Friday. What a dangerous environment. I honestly had no idea where was safe on the map or where to go, so I just set off into the wilderness and hoped that I could survive. If we're... What time is it? Okay, it's coming up to 10 AM, which I think is when the shop's open. Into Bellafor's general goods. He's a safe one. Bellafor, I need to sell you some of my gubbins. Please take this amethyst. Take this gold ring. There we go. I don't need that. Garnet ring. Hey, thank you. That's 600 gold. That's not bad. It's not the best. But I'm hoping it might be enough to buy me a new conjuration spell. I'm gonna make my way up to the Jarl's palace and have a chat with his court wizard. Into Dragon's Reach we go. Hey, Farengar, what do you got for sale? Have you got some cool spells for me? Spell Tome of Bound stuff? Conjure Flame Atronak? Spectral Direwolf? You know what? If we can summon a Flame Atronak, that might actually be really good. It also might cause some chaos. I think the Direwolf might be better though. 421 points. Because the problem with the Flame Atronak is it does magical damage. Right, so I picked up a new spell. Now, normally in Skyrim you can just click this and you learn it, but no, for us we have to spend 9 hours studying it. There we go. After 9 hours of study, I'm tired, I'm hungry. I can now summon a new wolf. Okay, it's chilly. It's getting dark. 9 PM. But hey, a new spell is mine. I can hear fighting. Oh my goodness, there's another Draugr invasion going on. Right, Spectral Direwolf. There's another undead there. You have 300 health. Oh, bugger. They can actually use potions. Unluckily though, Draugr is still incredibly dangerous. My Direwolf is able to take a much greater beating. Good stuff. Oh, and it's not over yet. There's even more of them. Oh, there's one right there. Hello, you. Luckily, I think I can just electrocute you away. Oh, good job, Sir Digby. Glorious battle mage. We can handle the level 1 zombies nicely. Everything else is a little bit more challenging. I don't think Bellafor's general goods shop is going to be open. Hey, Bellafor. You have anything you need help with? Okay, Bellafor has given me a quest to go hunt down some bandits. I mean, now's not really the best time for it, but sure, why not? Fortunately, I need somewhere to rest, and I know that sleeping inside the inn costs several hundred gold, and we just can't afford that. So instead, I'm going to be a bit cheeky and steal a guard's bed for the night. Let's go to outside Whiterun. How's the outside looking? Yep, outside's looking nice and safe. Right, we should be good to have a quick nap in this bed and wait until the weather's improved. There we go. Nice new day. Feel rested, and I don't think there's any undead outside. Wonderful. Okay, apparently my mission is to go kill the leader of Redorand's retreat, which is not too far away. If we can do that and then head back, Bellafor will give us extra money, as well as giving us an opportunity to drop off our trade goods. Yeah, let's go slay a bandit leader in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. Look, everyone needs a civilizing force, and the Brits are always happy to provide. Okay, the weather's actually clear today. Get the feeling this is a very good sign. We might even have a day where the undead don't want to get some revenge. Remember correctly, Redorand's retreat is...
No. How have I supposed to know? No one told me. I need... This takes a few minutes to turn off, Mum. There's nothing I can do to speed it up.
You don't need to come now. We're literally, everyone's dinner's going cold.
Say grace while I'm over here then.